Good morning, good morning. This is Tiffany J, and I am here at my job getting ready to get the day started. So, I wanted to let you guys know that the comparison is a thief of joy and to not allow yourself to fall into the trap of thinking that you're less than because something else looks nice, pretty, or what you may think is better than you. Because it's not to say it's not true, it's just, what is the point of that? And I believe I was in a little bit of a funk for about a day or an evening because of that thought process. Was looking at, I think I got really bored maybe because all of my chores and stuff were done. Work was going pretty well, and I'm not saying that to say, oh, I need things to get hectic again so I can have something to focus on. No, I don't want that. But pretty much everything was flowing. And so, I scrolled on Instagram, and I think that's when I do understand why sometimes people take social media detoxes or they get off. I get it. And I try not to fall into that trap of just kind of like, I don't know, just endless, mindless scrolling. I try to get on social media to remember to post what I'm, doing as far as my music and things like that. And then I try to get on to learn something from somebody else that's different from me. That's my main goal when I do it. But then sometimes, I guess it's inevitable. You look and you're like, oh, wow, they're pretty or they're nice. And you think to yourself, how can I be like that? And I believe that's the wrong thing to think of. Maybe I should be thinking that, like, ooh, that's inspiring. And how can I, what can I do that's similar to that? Right? I watch a lot of YouTube videos, that Carmichael guy, there's a Tiffany Buckner, there's a R.C. Blakes, there's a Dr. Faith lady that I watch a lot. And these are people that have a lot of positive things to say about, how to be like a wife, how to be a positive woman, how to vet men, stuff like that. So I try to watch those, and then I cross-reference things that I look at in social media and make sure that I'm going down the right path. Confident, vibrant, and quirky with an edge, this is 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. 10 Minutes with Tiffany J features the inside scoop as she juggles the world around her, a 9-to-5, along with a handful of gifts and talents that will blow your mind. All things Tiffany J on her website at MissTiffanyJ.com. Now, let's get into the show. Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I had somebody that I had to do their pickup. But yeah, my friend hit me up saying that the Janet Jackson documentary was on Lifetime, and I was like, I gotta go watch it. So I immediately went scrambling, looking on Spectrum, trying to figure out where it was at, and I watched the whole thing, part 1, 2, 3, 4, and it was amazing. It was just so good to see, how she became who she is, or who we know her to be, right? And how every last one of the Jacksons attributed their success to their father, which was amazing. He saw it, he had the dream, and sometimes you can't really articulate what it is that you see or that you want for your kids, or your family rather, and their legacy, but he did that. But even in who he was, through it all, they found their way. and Janet Jackson is definitely, if you think about it, especially for Black women, she's definitely one of those pioneers. I mean, of course, you have, and I would say for pop, but like even before her, you would have like Tina, right? Your Aretha Franklin's, your Whitney's, Mariah's, mixed, but Janet took it in a different direction. I mean, and every last one of those women too that I just mentioned, they took music into a different direction, and I believe that's what makes you like special and amazing. Like even in current day, like you have Beyonce, who she did a lot of firsts as well. As far as with Tiffany and Company, as far as with how many accolades and Grammys that she's won. I think it's the most, I believe. And like her Coachella performance and stuff like that. So it's just amazing. It's inspiring. And I believe, as I was watching it, of course, I'm one of the people that when I watch like award shows or like old footage on YouTube or like Janet Jackson's All For You tour in Hawaii, like I'm just crying at the screen because I'm like, right? So for some reason, I think that's what got me into my funk, because honestly, sometimes I feel like, well, how can I be if they already were? What am I going to bring to the table? These are the thoughts that I have deep down on the inside, and I don't know. I just don't know, like, what I'm going to be able to bring and how long I've been working on music, and like, when will my time come? How long will it take? I'm getting older, that kind of thing. And then when I watched Tina Turner's documentary on HBO Max, that was inspiring because she started basically like in her 40s. And she's like one of the greatest people of all time, So somebody else who inspires me is my mom. She got her master's later in life. And for a lot of people, after a certain age, they're pretty much done with school, or just things that you feel you should have done like before 30. But I don't know why. What is it why did we just subscribe to that like particular blueprint? Is it because of that was the way of the past, or like what is that? Like Janet had her baby at 50, and as long as, if your eggs, because people talking about you're too old, but if your eggs are still kicking and you haven't hit menopause, then your body ain't too old to be doing nothing. That's how I think, So if I ever get the opportunity, I'm definitely, I'll still be trying to, have kids or whatever, especially if people are dying at like 90, you have a whole nother 50 years to live. Just stay in shape. There's an 80-something-year-old bodybuilder. Like, people are out here living their lives. Like, just live and have a good time. Who says that you got to do this at a certain age and do that? And so after watching the documentary and crying and stuff all over the place, good tears, good tears of joy and inspiration, right? I was talking to DJ Cyclops, and I was like, man, I just feel like, I don't know, it's got a lot of weight on me. And I think a lot of times before I get ready to do something major, like Wednesday, I'm going to be shooting the video, right? So I got that on my mind. There's that, and my birthday's coming up, and I want to make sure I'm doing everything that I've scheduled as far as like getting ready for the next stage of my life. And so I don't know what it is. I really don't. So I just said, well, Tiffany, forget all that other stuff that you're talking about and why you feel bad. Just get up and let's start working on this choreography. So I got up and I probably worked on it for like 2 hours. And I posted, if you saw it on my Instagram, but I did some Calling Me choreography. And I told myself, okay, because I'm trying to also picture the shoot. So when we shoot it, like what goes where, da 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 da. So I'm thinking about clothes, what to wear, and the main thing, just like your chorus, once you get the hook of the song, that's like the easiest, it's the hardest and the easiest thing. But once you get that, your song is pretty much done. You have at least a minute and 30 seconds to almost 2 seconds of your song done, because a chorus could be like 30 seconds long. So let's say if you do that 3 times, you should be set. So I said, why don't you come up with the choreography for the chorus of the song so you can at least have that. Your verses will have the plot and some other scenes of, close-ups of you singing, things like that. And think about how the movement of the video is going to flow. Because it's a dance number, I want it to constantly flow. So in the back of my mind, that's what I'm still thinking about. And I want all of my ideas to be pretty much done, at least 90% of them, by the time we shoot on Wednesday. And then day 2 is the plot part where I'm with the guys in the studio and things like that. So really excited about it. And I think maybe that's where my funk came, because I was like, oh, because I don't have the person that I wanted to shoot, is it going to be just as good? And I'm like, Tiffany, one, everything that you do is going to be great. You just need to make sure that on the front end, things are the way you want them to be, and it'll be great. So I don't know why you tripping. So those are things I have to do to tell myself so I can be in a better state of mind. But comparison is a thief of joy. Don't allow... you can't compare, like I tell myself, can't compare yourself to a multi-million-dollar project when you have, let's say you're putting $50 or $100 or $500 into it, right? Of course, the product's going to be dramatically different. But what you can do is you can put all of your efforts and your best foot forward with what you can and just about make it look like $50, excuse me, $1 million or whatever, right? What's that, Omarion, Miss Aiko, if that's how you say her name, and Chris Brown, supposed to be that video. They basically had, you had the fancy car, you had the white backdrop, and other than that, nice clothes and, probably great camera angles. But a lot of people sometimes do those type of videos. I don't know if it's because of budget or what, but we can very much do the exact same thing. So I use that as an example or a reminder to tell myself you don't need to, like in Chris Brown's Iffy, have a transformer if you can't pay for no transformer card doing the choreography. Like, it's all good. I'm going to have something different and unique. I'm going to bring my Detroit ballroom and Chicago step, which is something that is near and dear to my heart. And when I learn DFW swing and hand dance and all of them, I'm going to be adding that too. So I just want to shed light to things that are unique and important to me. And yeah, that's what I want to do.
Ay, look, before you ask, girl, I'm down for whatever, You ain't gotta say it, I know I do it better, Loving you like ain't nobody out on my level up. I'ma give it to you like it's now or it's never,
Hey, come over, babe, let me do something. I know you need this escaping, boy. I'm in love with you all day by my side. You got my heart out. I'm so say what you want, make you work for it. Work for it. Work for it.
That was another edition of 10 Minutes with Tiffany J. I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I know I did. Now you can get more episodes on my website at www.misstiffanyj.com. But don't stop there. Hop on over to the music tab and check out your favorite Tiffany J record, starting with my latest singles, Work For It and Callin' Me, which is on all digital platforms. Also with a bomb video showcase on YouTube featuring the Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, y'all, this is for the few people that I rock with, and if you want to connect with any of them for their expertise and their craft, hit me up so that I can link you. First, I want to shout out my indie label 646 Entertainment Group. It's a one-stop shop for the ultimate music experience, artist development, engineering, road management, business awareness on how to properly release your songs, get royalties, and more. Next, I want to shout out No Gossip, Just Talk with Tanisha and Mitra, who inspired me to step outside of my comfort zone and start this podcast. I pop up every now and then with a topic, and we have a blast with Girl Talk 101. Special attention needs to be drawn to my boy, Sarian, for answering my prayers and becoming a part of my journey musically and beyond. More to come as life unfolds. I'll save some for later. Now, my jewel, no pun intended, is my accountability partner, who has like the exact same mind as me. When we link, things happen in the atmosphere. I am so glad we crossed paths. Angel, my love, you are an inspiration. Dance fitness is a lifestyle, and you do it with such ease. If anyone wants to be fit, curvy, wavy, let me know. We can get our dance craze on with Angel. She's also one of the guests of No Gossip Just Talk, so make sure you check her out there. Last but not least for now, the Purple Charlotte Steppers Club, which embodies an entire dance community of some of the best people I've met on the planet. You'll see me live there Thursday at 6:30 on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram with the Purple Thursday Experience. Now, if you listening to this need ad space and want to join the platform, DM me and we'll discuss membership so that we can get your business out there. Reserve your spot is next with Purple Charlotte Steppers Club. You all take care.
What's up, Dance World? This your boy Herschel KG. This beautiful lady is.
I'm Tiffany J.
If you missed out last week, you do not want to miss out this week because last week was lit.
Amazing. So, if you want to be in the building, make sure you go to
purplecharlotte.com.
Reserve your spot.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you can't make it, it's all right because you can go to Purple Charlotte Steppers Club on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And do what?
Join us live.
6:30 on Thursdays. We'll see you there, okay? We your hosts, Tiffany J.
Herschel KG.
Uh.
Deuces.
We'll see you there.